Hi, and welcome to another episode of Stays Between Us. I am joined by the Mikkel Morone of New Zealand. His name is Leif. Did I get it right? So, Leif.
Don't fucking say that. Okay, we're gonna go into this whole pronunciation of my name. Go to Lev.
Lev.
Lev. L-E-V.
L-E-V.
Fucking pronounce
Lev.
it like an Eastern European.
Leif.
Lev.
Leif. But you have an F in it.
Lev.
Leif.
There you go. Fuck, add some muscularity into that. add some testosterone to this.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. You know, there's actually a backstory about my name.
What is it?
I had a few names. Well, I have one name.
You're a stripper?
Obviously.
You had a few names?
Obviously, I only have one name. But when I came to New Zealand, I was called Leo, Leon, Leonardo.
Yeah.
Because every time when I had to introduce myself, it was like Lev. And people would be like, Leaf. It pissed me off so much.
So it's
like,
Leif.
I'm not a leaf, it's Lev.
Leif.
Yeah.
Say it with the chest.
Lev, yeah.
Lev.
Like ground, you know, you gotta
It's
really...
not left.
No.
It's
See, there we go. See, that's what I was talking about. Here we go with the jokes of my name. There we go.
It brings back childhood memories.
Oh, man. Yeah.
How you been?
I'm good.
How was your day?
Busy, man. Always busy, yeah.
Always busy. Bro, you have the height, the looks,
Yeah?
the beautiful eye,
Oh, man.
the jawline, the teeth. Was it hard for you to develop a personality as well while you had all of those?
Man, I'm stunned. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was never really complimented that much, to be honest with you. Like when I was younger,
Bullshit.
I'm serious, dead serious. You know, I came to New Zealand when I was 10, 11, and I never really had this, you know, popularity, I guess. Like I was never
The popular kid.
Yeah, I was never the popular kid. I was kind of like the outcast, you know. Oh man, I was in you know, among like the nerds and stuff, you know. Like
in New Zealand?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
When you were like 4?
No, when I was in here like 11, so I came here 10, 11.
Oh.
And man, I wouldn't say bullied, but I was never part of like the cool circle of kid, you know. The cool
That's
kids.
but you're fishing
I'm serious.
for compliments.
I'm serious.
Bro. Like,
No, I'm dead serious.
He wants everyone to be
I'm
like,
dead
oh
serious.
no, but
As
he
a matter of
looks so
fact, As a matter of fact, this is the truth. All right, you ready? I was blonde and blue eyes, right? And I was like this. I'm still like that, you know. But when I was younger, I had like longer hair and all this kind of stuff. And I was discriminated for that. I was like, oh, you know,
What?
blue, blonde, yeah.
I've never heard.
And I literally
was
thought-
born with long hair, blonde, and
Yeah.
blue eyes, and
I'm serious.
life was so
I'm
hard
serious,
for you, bro.
Dude, at one stage, it was like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
No way.
I'm serious. So I guess my personality, I was never really fond of like the stereotypical, you know, cool atmosphere. You know, I was never like a party guy, or I was never like, you know, go and chase the girls and stuff. Like
Why?
for me,
was it because you didn't get the attention that you wanted? Like you were not included?
no, I
or-
was never really interested in
just
that.
not in you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I wasn't like, I was kind of always the fair guy. You know, I was always like the good.
You are
I wouldn't
fair.
say like a good. I would say good guy. I don't want to, you know, I
Not
don't
a
want to
fair guy.
Yeah, I don't want to give myself lust, you know, for being a good guy, and I'm like the nice guy. But I was always like backing little kids, and like anybody who was bullied and stuff, you know, I was kind of serious. I was so nice to everybody. And I think my personality was kind of at one stage, of course,
Yeah.
you know, as I grew up and I got the height, and then obviously I got some attention.
The body.
And that was only after high school, because I
Yeah.
went to all boys school.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously there were no girls or anything, and there's like a big competition, you know, and obviously you get like discriminated for looking different.
But how you look different? You look exactly like every person I've met in New Zealand. You have the height, the blonde, the colored eyes, the blonde hair.
Obviously, I had a huge accent too. I mean, it was a strong accent. I had like the very strong accent. And my
he's
words
from
were
Russia.
like this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how's life been otherwise?
It's good, man.
It's good.
It's, you know.
Are you
it's
still getting
ups and downs?
discriminated?
Am I still getting discriminated? Nah.
No, no
Nah.
one dares anymore.
I don't think anybody has the guts to discriminate me anymore.
But
yeah.
how was it like? Well, I mean, once you gymmed and you got the body, and then now suddenly you're slowly getting the girls' attention and stuff. How did life change and like?
It hasn't really changed me as a person. It gave me more opportunity, of course.
Opportunity to do what?
You know, I guess it's okay. We shouldn't say this, but I guess they say if you look better or if you have more confidence, you know, people like to interact with you and they won't invite you to places, and you kind of get your foot in the door.
Get on your podcast and stuff.
Hey, I didn't fish for this, all right?
I've been begging him.
I was begged to come here. Nah,
Yes.
but what was the question? So has it
Wow.
has it blown moment?
The question was I swear to God, I forgot the question as well. So what happens when two people try to do a podcast?
Has it affected me?
Has it affected you?
me.
Yes. No, like after you became like handsome. Apparently to you,
After
you
I
were
became-
when the blue eyes went away and the blonde hair went away.
You know, I'll be completely transparent with you. Even up to now, I still don't think that I'm that great looking, or I get that much attention. Like I would walk in and people would be like, oh, you know, someone's looking at you, this and that, and I'll be like, nah, I don't believe that.
Oh yeah, like you know, I have a really nice story about him not getting attention at all. Actually,
I'm dead serious, by the way. I'm not lying to you right now.
Bullshit.
I'm serious.
I was invited for a Christmas party to his house, and I remember I went over there.
I was forced to do this stuff, all right?
No, no, no.
Whatever he's gonna say right now.
No, that was first. You were not a drunk lady. I was forced to do it. Yeah. So I went over there, and first time, I was second time we were meeting as well. And this guy, he knows exactly what to wear. You know, the tight T-shirt and the pants and all the calves showing.
I grew into it.
And so we went there, and then we're like 4 or 5 different good-looking ladies from different countries. And I swear to God, the moment I started speaking with him, I could just see like people would just come over and over, one by one.
Really?
Yes, you don't remember at all, do you? It was like, oh,
Seriously?
Yeah, so can I join you?
No, but they were just talking. They were just like, you want to have a banter.
Well, there were 10 other people, but they didn't join any of them. It was just you. And I remember like for like an hour you disappeared. I think you were fixing something in the house. I remember. Even to
Good one.
fix something in the house. Oh, he fixed it for an hour. And then when he came back, everybody looked tired. And he came back, and then it was a great night. And I was depressed as fuck after I saw that. And I went home. I remember I called my dad. And I was like, Dad, you know, I went to this party, and then there's this guy, he blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'5", and I was just not getting any attention at all. And then my dad was like, you know what, son? Sometimes in life you just have to be funny.
Oh man,
I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, just have some talent. You know, play the piano, something.
100%.
Because you're not gonna win that. Like, I know, he knows, we know.
preach. Your dad has wisdom. You know, 100%.
But how's relationship for you, like from the start when you got into the first relationship? How was it for you?
First one ever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, you know, like I think everyone else's. You know, you're discovering new things. With me, whenever I, you know, this had started from the beginning. Whenever I'm in a relationship or whenever I'm entering a relationship, I'm head down, like fully in. You know, I'm not like half in. I'm fully in.
You're fully in.
I'm
your
committed,
head is
man.
down.
I'm committed. You
Go
know,
all the way.
all the way.
You don't stop.
I don't
Mhm.
stop. You know, and
Yeah.
it's like a, I wouldn't say in some relationships I would say it was a challenge.
But doesn't it hurt sometimes when
Oh,
you're
100%.
fully in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because when you commit and you give everything to a person,
Yeah.
and then the other person doesn't respond back with the same energy or with the same, you know, output, and you discover that later on, it hurts 100%. No, I go cry in the pillow. No, I wouldn't do that. Maybe I did when I was younger. I'm gonna admit it, but no, you know, it hurts 100%. My first relationship, I broke up with a girl.
No way.
100%.
Why?
I remember. You know, she was actually a really good girl, but
Would you?
we just didn't have sex, bro. She couldn't have sex.
Why?
Oh, it's just, you know, she was a virgin.
Like, oh,
The thing is, if person doesn't want to, you know,
they don't want to do
enter
it.
the intercourse, like, you know, have intercourse,
Yeah.
I wouldn't force the person to do it.
Of course.
If they're finding it uncomfortable, or if they, if they're nervous or whatever, I won't go and pressure them into it or kind of lure them into my trap.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, all right, I'll give them space.
Yeah.
And that came to every single relationship.
But it's very important in a relationship. Like
100%. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. It it builds trust.
Yeah.
It's not just about satisfying your needs. It's about building trust, I guess.
Are you the kind of guy that gets more satisfaction when they satisfy the girl more?
100%.
100%, right? 100%.
It works vice versa. Yeah. Honestly,
That's
the best relationship.
We are like that.
the best relationship.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Mask. Anyway.
So you said you were committed though.
Yeah. I think
fully
100%.
100% in. Did you reach the end?
What, like
the end of the relationship?
The first one, yes.
The first one, yeah.
The first one is because purely, I think I was just clogged up with testosterone. Like I had.
How old were you?
How old am I now?
No, how old were you then?
I think I was 15, 16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't lose my virginity at 12 like nowadays,
Yeah. They do? Seriously? 12?
Crazy, man.
No way.
Yeah, the age gap, that's dropping, yeah.
Holy shit.
It's horrible.
Fuck. I told on the podcast last time, I watched porn first time when I was 16.
Really?
Yeah. Before that, I just used my imagination.
16.
16.
The internet was so slow back then.
Yeah, that's true, bro. It was pixelated. You gotta fill it in yourself.
You find like the magazines, like the old school, the physical paper ones, Just gotta make sure you wash your hands after.
I'm not that old, that, right? We're not talking about like 2 decades ago.
No, definitely.
But how do you so you've grown up in New Zealand, right? How do you describe like the relationships with girls in New Zealand comparatively to girls that you are like Russian?
Well, I obviously never had a relationship back in Russia because I was still young.
But the Russians here?
It's hard to say because I don't know what Russians are like in Russia.
Okay.
So most Russian girls that you get here, a lot of them do come off from a pretty well-off families, Obviously, they come here to study and,
of course,
get their foot in the door, go through uni and get the work and get the visa and so on. So that costs a lot of money. Rarely you meet a girl who, it's more common now for me, especially my age gap, but when somebody like a girl at 18, 20, 25 independently decides to come to New Zealand, work her way through and pay for her own studies, and I'll be honest with you, those girls, you can differentiate them. Definitely.
But in terms of like relationship itself, do you feel more comfortable like with someone who comes from Russia, or you don't really mind? It's really about the girl.
I don't want to be prejudiced about Russians nowadays, especially after what happened to me, or discriminate them, or make them look bad. But even after the experience that I had with Russians, I wouldn't kind of judge them based on my experience. I would always think that
it's more about the person, you're saying,
exactly.
Not about where they come from. Now off camera, you've kind of explained to me a little bit about your situation that you're going through at the moment, right? And you have a son as well.
I do.
Yeah, a cute. How many years? Is it 1 year old now?
He's just over 1.5.
1.5.
He's
so
1.
Congratulations, being a dad.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
That's good.
It's amazing.
Is it tough?
I haven't felt it yet. Because obviously I'm going through
a lot of things.
Like court proceedings, and I'm trying to get custody for my boy because I want to be the father that that he deserves to have, and I reckon he would like to have, and I would love to be part of his life, and
of course, and it's very necessary.
It's necessary for him and for me,
of course.
So I think I will start to feel the fatherhood once I have like some custody over him, and he stays with me and stuff like that. But from what I've had, experienced so far, which is like day visits, and on the weekends I would have him full days on the weekends. Man, like it's amazing.
But the thing is, like,
it's hard. It's hard when you have the thing that I've learned is that with me, I know I don't know why, but it just came so easily. You know, I see parents, and when they're tired or when they're stressed or when they're like, you know, irritated or whatever, they just kind of like react.
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, be quiet" or whatever. I don't get that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so I don't know. I wouldn't say gentle, but like I want my son to come to me. I want my son to, you know, speak to me.
You
I want my son
enjoy
to
it.
make noise. You know, like
Yes.
I love that. you
Yeah.
know?
But then nobody in their life ever expects things to happen the way it happened to different people. For example, you as well.
Mm.
Everyone thinks of, okay, I'm gonna have a son, I'm gonna have a nice family, and then
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna be thinking about, you know,
Mm.
having courts and everything and, you know, family issues, right? How do you, like, when life hits you with something out of what you want it to be, like out of ordinary, how do you deal with it?
Oh man, you know, when this whole thing went down.
Yeah.
You know, ever since I was, I'm not gonna lie, 16, 15. You know, I love kids. I genuinely I love kids because they're always happy, and I always wanted to be a father since I was 16.
Like, you love babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You don't love kids when you were 16.
And even when my parents, you know, had guests over and they had kids, like I would always like, you know, spend more time with them and
Yeah.
have fun with them and
Yeah.
play with them, and it's just I think it's just really
You
nice.
enjoy the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy interacting with little kids and speaking on their little like
Yeah.
language and stuff. But ever since I was young, was 16, you know, my teens, I always wanted to have a family. So and technically, everything was just perfect. You know, I
Yeah.
had, you know, good job and good family. You know, I believe I got good morals. You know, and
good body.
at one stage I thought, okay, I need to settle down. You know, get married.
Yeah.
You know, quite stereotypical,
Yeah.
especially coming from like a European family. You know,
How old are you right now?
I'm 32.
32. Okay.
And I thought, okay, that's it. You know, enough. You know, kind of walking around and moving around the turf. You know, looking for something. I kind of want to, you know, set myself a goal in building a family.
Yeah.
And to be frank, I had never even thought in my worst. I haven't even thought about the scenario that would have taken place or has taken place already.
Yeah.
Even the situation that I'm in now, I never even had it wasn't even part of my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, so when this whole thing went down, first of all, you're never ready.
That's true.
You know, like having kids, you're never ready.
Yeah.
It just happens. You gotta react correctly, right? Reaction is everything when it comes to moments like that. You know, when your girl says I'm pregnant, you know, I was genuinely over the moon.
But
know?
you were planning
I
for
realized,
it, right?
man, I'm gonna have I knew straight away I'm gonna have a son.
And you were planning for it.
Yeah, like we thought that, okay, you know, we're gonna get married. We might, you know, stay as a married couple
Yeah.
without kids for maybe like a year or two, but then we're gonna. So it basically it was planned. Like we knew that was gonna happen within the next couple of years. It just happened a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a surprise to us. You
Yeah.
know. So and yeah, as soon as I found out I was gonna be a father, it was amazing. So.
And did you think that the child will help you make the relationship better as well?
Nah.
No.
No, I never thought that. You know, people say that when you have kids, don't, you know, never build that hope that it's going to fix your relationship.
Yeah.
I think that you don't want to think like that. Because if you're going to count on your kid to fix your relationship, you make him accountable.
Yeah.
You know, for fixing your issues, your problems, which is not good.
Yeah.
You know, that decision, that problem solving needs to come from you, you know. So never rely on someone else. And I thought, when I had a kid, I thought, okay, we need to stop arguing, you know, and we need to find mutual ground, you know,
Yeah.
with what we want to do and how we want to move forward. And yeah, at one stage I just thought it wasn't
like exactly what you wanted.
yeah, and at one stage I thought, look, I don't want my kid to see this.
Yeah.
I don't want my kid to see how we argue.
But before getting a kid, you had seen signs of things that you thought maybe this person is not the right person for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in
I have
every
this question.
relationship,
I have this
right?
question asked so many times. Every single person that hears, not many people hear my story because I don't share my story with everybody, and I don't go into detail. But word travels fast. So, and it's my business, I guess. But I will say that I have questions asked. The question that gets asked is like, why? Like, if you had some, flags showing before you got married and before you had kids and so on, like, why did you just walk away?
So I think the question everybody asks you is like, okay, you have everything that you want. You have the good body, you have the good mentality, you have a good work ethics, you have good life. Why did you decide to stay with someone that you thought you wouldn't be able to have a future? And
Going back to the beginning of our podcast, I commit.
you commit.
Yeah. Like, if something's not working out, I'll try to make it work. And if things are not good today, I hope for a better day tomorrow.
So, but what really gave you this mentality that you have right now? I'm sure it's not easy to come to this conclusion in your life, right?
Yeah, it's hard. Oh, look, I'm a big believer that every single person has good in them. It may be sitting somewhere deep down, and you may need to dig it out. But everybody has that.
Do you still have that mentality of not giving up and going till the end and committing?
Yeah, look, I think at one stage I realized, and I only realized at 30, right, or 31,
Yeah.
when this whole thing went down. I realized that when when you try to make things work, it's not just up to one person. There's two people in the relationship, and it's something that I couldn't control. And I just felt like we want different things.
Yeah.
And instead of forcing that person to do what I want and act how I want and live how I want, I just said, I want you to be happy. And if she walked away, and I said, okay.
And not just for yourself, probably for the better for your kids as well.
100%,
I get it.
And even till now, I'm depleted from seeing my son.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But I even after all of this, people say, you're so angry, you must be mad. You were mistreated, and so on, because how can someone do such a thing? And even till now, I say that, it happened. It is what it is.
And I got to deal with it.
I'm sure that my son is loved.
Yeah.
By the mother and the father. I love him. I'm sure that she loves him as well. It's the fact that we didn't work, our relationship didn't work out. It shouldn't affect our son. And I wish her the best. I wish her well. I hope she finds somebody who's capable of making her happy the way she wants to be, and giving the life that she wants to live. And I wish her great health. I have no
You're not
anger
holding
again.
anything against her.
I've
Yeah.
let go. At the beginning, I was pissed. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
I'm like this now. I had to overcome a lot of anger because I thought, why has this happened to me? Why have I deserved this?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. First few months, I am happy that I've maintained my job. I have an amazing company. Like, they've understood me.
Yeah, that's the question that I want to ask you is when something like this happens, when you can't see your kid, you got to see it only during the weekend, and then the person that you are with is, have your issues, each of you. You're going to the court. How do you, like, a lot of guys would just give up on their body, they would give up on their life, and at the end of the day, they end up the loser. Even though if they win anything, they just end up being the loser and the depressed and the one that doesn't move forward. So when you go through situations like this in your life, how do you still maintain your shape, maintain your mentality, be able to go out and have fun?
You've known me for a bit, now, and
This is the fourth time we're meeting.
but it's the end of that time,
Yes.
Man, honestly, for the first few months, I obviously, I had alcohol.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, I would sit at home and
I'm sure it was not vodka, right?
I would drink whiskey,
Whiskey.
cognac or something,
Yeah.
just to take the pain away. Or I would walk to the nearest park and just, have a drink and
In the park.
yeah, just by
That's
myself.
illegal.
Is it?
Got him. Got him.
And I tell you what, and it would
You
be
used to pre-drink.
it would be super late at night.
So
Okay,
you used to go drinking and go to the park?
yeah.
Was the park named Sapphire?
No,
Was
no.
it?
Honestly, there's a place where I call it the it's like a sacred place for me, because I went there like a couple of weeks ago, and that place,
Oh.
reminds me, of I went there the first few days, second day it happened.
Yeah.
And I visit that place every now and then because time goes by, and obviously I've changed a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously I go there and I don't drink alcohol anymore. Like,
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
good.
Like,
You
nothing.
don't vape as well. You don't drink
Nah,
alcohol
nothing,
anymore.
nothing, absolutely nothing. I got no bad habits. Oh, I still drink
Well,
coffee
who
every now
said
and
these
then.
are bad habits?
I drink coffee every now and then, trying to stop that too.
That is still not a bad habit.
Sometimes insomnia.
So so how to deal with the situation is around 3 o'clock. You used to go to the park in your place.
Just a quiet place, just by myself.
No one like disturb you like the
Nah.
weird people.
I don't like to share my. I don't when I'm. This is something. I don't like to share.
Yeah.
My emotions when
Yeah.
I'm completely down.
Wouldn't it be
with
cool like
people.
if a homeless guy would come and tell you like a really wise word about life, and while you're sitting there,
I would listen to him, eh?
that would be cool.
100%.
Yeah, like
100%.
son. It's
That would be
gonna
weird,
get
eh?
better. son. I'm sure it's gonna get. Give me $10
For the words of wisdom.
for the wisdom. Yeah,
Please pay me. Buy me a kebab.
Yeah.
But people had come to me and they spoke to me, random people.
About that, you said you don't trust. You don't talk to everybody about the life situations that you've
I
been in.
don't.
So,
I get
why?
forced to tell. How am I? Like, my parents, they obviously saw me at my worst.
Yeah.
At my worst, man. And they got a bit upset with me because they got upset about the fact that I didn't share anything, because I just kept it in me.
Yeah.
I was just quiet,
Mhm.
Because I believe that they're in their 50s.
Yeah.
They have 2 older sons now. We can cope on our own. I believe. I want them to be happy, and I don't want to intervene. Their happiness.
Yeah.
Into and trying to make my life situation their problem.
Yeah.
I
But what
believe
about-
that it's unfair.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't really share anything with them.
Yeah.
Or not everything, but obviously, like, sometimes
Some
I
stuff.
want.
Yeah. But you should take the load off of them. They already had enough. Just
Yeah,
raising you,
yeah.
raising your brother, going
Mm.
through all the things that you guys went through,
Mm.
and all the problems that you guys create every day,
Yeah.
and all of the situations. And now
Even more problems.
Even more problems. Bigger problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but has this changed your perspective about girls? All the issues that you went through, the things that you're telling me, has it changed your perspective?
I've got an advice. I got a really good advice to people. Well, I shouldn't say this, but my mindset before and my mindset now has changed drastically, majorly. Has that affected how I perceive women? No,
Is it easy
I'm not
for
a
you to trust?
misogynist, right? I don't.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
about
dislike
being-
women. I
yeah.
think there are great women in this world.
Yeah.
I still have respect for women,
But you just haven't met them yet.
and maybe I have. I'm not very particular, or I'm not trying to meet somebody. Right
Do you
now.
think you have like one of your exes that you kind of felt like, hey, I could have had a really good relationship with this one and let go?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. Yeah.
Was it your fault or was it hers?
That was my fault.
It was your fault?
Yeah.
Did you cheat?
I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah. That's the reason for
I don't know if
the-
she's gonna watch this or not. I hope she watches it.
I'm gonna make a reel out of it so she watches.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's her
Alright.
name?
Natalia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Natalia?
Yeah. Natalia.
Natalia.
Yeah. She was from Colombia.
Yeah.
She is from Colombia. Medellin. Yeah. She came here. So I used to work at the bar, right? And I was kind of like a supervisor, I would say, you know.
What the fuck is this, bro? Like he has like the I used to work at the bar, and then he has a body and everything, like one of those movie guys. Like I used to work at the bar, and there was a girl called Natalia.
She was so that it was a big club, right?
Yeah.
I was just working there on the weekends, and she was a girl next bar,
Yeah.
like just across, you know, next door. And she thought I was gay, I think, at the beginning. She literally did. So she looked at me and she thought I was this cocky gay guy. I think so. But anyway, and I kind of looked at her and I thought, okay, all right, interesting. But I didn't really pay attention to her. And it's not because I was trying to like attract her to me.
Yeah.
But it's because I genuinely was awkward with girls.
But the fact that
I
she
was genuinely
thinking about-
awkward with girls. Like I could not start a conversation. If I start a conversation, I'm gonna sound like a dork. I will start talking about history, art, and all this, all the stuff that women will think.
What'd you have for lunch?
What is this guy on about?
Yeah.
You know? What a boring man.
Yeah. And you just tell them I'm gay, and then you just walk.
Where are those pickup lines?
Yeah.
You know?
Man, it sucks.
Have you
Imagine-
fallen from the sky? Because the style of BS. I'm so bad at that.
I can imagine like you're a girl and this beautiful creature just walks towards you with the jaw and the eyes, and then starts speaking and has the worst pickup lines. That must be like really.
Actually, the way we first interacted was I came to her bar to pick up a box of beers. I remember this,
Oof.
and I was shuffling around because there was like a very narrow passage in that bar.
Yeah.
And every time I walked past her, like I would kind of, touch her with a shoulder or whatever, and I'm like, oh, but I've never showed it to her. Like
that.
I wouldn't tackle her.
You said you were awkward with girls.
You know how they say if you like a girl, you pull in their hair and stuff. I was like,
Hey,
No.
You like me? You want me?
Feel that, girl. Feel that power. I'm the dominating one. No. So and then always, I don't know why I did this, but she gave me the smile and like an acceptance, and then it was a happy moment, and I just lifted her up.
Oh.
Like I lifted her up to move her out of the way, and that was like the first interaction we had, and she actually had a boyfriend at the time.
So you lifted her up.
Yeah, and that's it. That was like
while
the
she
connection.
had a boyfriend.
So she had a boyfriend at that time, and I knew that she had a boyfriend, so I never tried to get in there because I have a rule, right? If somebody's in the relationship, I don't go there. Like it's like a 101, meet a girl thing.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
wouldn't.
just feeling a little bit cold.
That's
Can
right.
you repeat what you said? You said you have a rule. What's the rule?
I have a rule that if a girl is in a relationship,
Yeah.
even if you like her and she likes you back, I wouldn't go there. Like I wouldn't try to win her over or say come here or invite
What
her
if
for
she
a
comes
date.
to you?
She needs to sort her stuff. She needs to sort her relationship out. If she wants to date me, if she
Yeah.
wants to go out with me,
Yeah.
I will not accept that if you're still with somebody else.
What if she's like your stepsister?
What?
Like your stepsister?
If she's my stepsister?
Yeah. And then she's in a relationship, and then one day she comes like,
My stepsister?
sorry.
Jeez, that's gonna be so weird, eh?
What if she's like, no, but for real, like if your stepsister was stuck in the washing machine, would you help her out?
Stuck in the washing machine.
Or like door, or like behind the bench, or like under the table. Would you help her out?
If she's actually stuck, then yeah, I would help her out. But I wouldn't try to stick anything in her,
No, but that was not the question at all. Who does that to their stepsisters?
What have you been watching, man? Like,
Bro, what have we been watching? No, I'm just saying, like, because you said,
can I see your Google? Like,
bro, stepsister would be the best thing you'll see on there.
stepsister stuck in the washing machine.
No, but like, if like for real, though, if you had a really good stepsister, and she had a really tough
Good
situation.
stepsister. You mean good
really
looking?
Good looking, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, what? Yeah, personality.
If I had a well, technically we're not related, eh?
Yeah. Did you just?
I
It just bumped it.
It does. It just moves.
Is it technically you're not related again?
It just moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Genuinely.
Sure. Every 2 minutes. Yeah. So you will help her out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Back to Natalia. So you said that she was in a relationship.
I'll wrap this up real quick.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she broke up with her boyfriend, and then shortly after we kind of met. Yeah.
Mm.
And she
And the
invited me
reason
to her
wasn't you.
birthday. Huh?
The reason wasn't you, right?
Nah.
Sure.
It's just troubled relationship. Her boyfriend hated me afterwards.
Of course.
He gave me this look, and I just kept laughing at him. I just don't know. I never reacted to that whole manipulation and trying to interrogate me. I was just laughing at that. Anyway, she invited me to her birthday, and then we kissed on her birthday. We kissed for the first time. In my car, and anyway, the whole thing was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was the most perfect relationship. She was kind. She was funny. She was sincere. She came from a very well-off family, but she never really showed that. She never actually said that, oh, look, her family her brother was successful. Her father was successful. Her family was very close to her, They were all together. And that was
How did it end?
And that was really attractive to me. And she was so humble, and she was so kind to everybody. Man, it was like, and she was good looking. She was, she was, you meet a hot girl, right?
Yes.
Like a real hot girl, and you get over them real quick. I'll be honest. Yeah, you get over them.
I don't.
Well, what I'm saying is like when you like a doll face. For me, it's like I don't like that. For me, I prefer the
like
cute
mature.
Cute everyday kind of look. That nice kind.
Yeah.
The features of the face that are like soft and like I don't know how to explain it, to be honest with you. But
So
anyway,
if
she had
someone's
those
the
features.
Face is hard. You don't like it.
She was beautiful, but she wasn't like the Pamela Anderson. She was like this.
Who is Pamela Anderson?
Anyway.
That's your
No,
Asian
what I'm saying.
Angela White.
I do not find her attractive, Pamela Anderson.
yeah.
No, I'm just saying the blonde typical look.
Yes.
But
She was like cute and soft and like caring.
everybody loved her. She was this little bright, shining star. And for somewhat reason, she decided to give herself to me, which was, I probably never appreciated it enough. I only appreciated it after I lost her,
How'd you lose her, if you don't mind?
And I still think about it.
How'd you lose her?
So we
short.
only had one, her and I only had one argument ever.
Yeah.
Only one argument. And that was before she was leaving back to Colombia. Because I told her, you need to finish your studies. You need to go back.
Yeah.
She was like the first at uni as well. She was smart as well. Super smart.
Yeah.
Not just good looking, kind. She was super smart too. Very ambitious, like driven. Oh man. Anyway.
Bro, can I meet her? The way you talk officially. My girlfriend
those qualities were just, those are the qualities that I look for, not just the looks or anything. And although she was extremely beautiful.
Bro, we get it. How did it end?
So she that argument we had last.
Yeah.
I remember this like yesterday, right? We had an argument because she didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I didn't want her to leave. And I think we were just upset about that on that night. And we went out to eat chips and food with some other guys from the club. Anyway, I remember this moment we were in the airport and her bag was overloaded and she couldn't take stuff, back with her, like 2-3 more extra kgs.
Yeah.
And I remember the scene like yesterday. It was like she was unloading her bag in the middle of the airport and we're like almost tearing up, like we're upset,
Yeah.
And then she runs to the customs, and she goes through the customs and she's like, bye. And then we'll say goodbye. And I'm just like left there in the middle of the floor in the airport and I'm thinking, wow, this is so bad. And that was the last time I saw her physically. But nevertheless, we didn't break up. And here comes the climax of the whole what happened.
Story, yeah.
We kept chatting, and I was loyal throughout the whole time, you know. And I never got out, and I started working so hard because I thought, man, that's it, you know. I'm gonna build my career. You know, we're gonna buy a house. You know, and then I was supposed to go visit her. I bought the tickets. I bought the tickets to Colombia.
Yeah.
The ISTA visa and everything. I was gonna fly through the States, and I was gonna go visit her. I already had it on my hands, and that's the only time I cheated, and that was stupid because still regret it.
Well, it's okay.
That was like one lesson that I've learned in my life, that you never do that to people like that, and I admitted that to her, and the reason she technically would have never found out, you know.
Yeah.
But I admitted that to her because I couldn't stand looking at myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
If I would have gone and gone over to her, and I was going to propose to her.
Yeah.
Down the line, I would have to tell her, look, I've done this. I would never be able to forgive myself. So I sort of like let her go, and then started over again. And then I met my wife, and I love my wife, my ex-wife, and I forgot about that. But so I've fully committed to her. But I've actually wrote her, Natalia, recently. So
you wrote her.
I wrote her. I wrote her on
like you wrote for her.
Yeah. I wrote her, and I wrote her saying, look, I apologize. I was wrong.
Like you sent her an
email?
email?
No, like a message on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
And I wrote her, look, I apologize for what happened. You know, I was wrong.
If she gives you a chance, would you go
100%.
100%. Well, Natalia, look.
Nah.
Us guys.
I don't want to,
Have you ever thought about her while you were like doing something?
Nah. Oh, you mean like in intimacy?
Yeah.
No, I didn't actually.
No.
That's
the part
whenever
you say yes.
I'm with somebody, I think of that person.
Ah, okay.
If I start thinking about someone else,
yeah,
I don't get aroused anymore.
Yeah.
I lose that. I need to concentrate on that person, because if I start to visualize or imagine somebody else,
you just lose it.
I'm not horny anymore, Because the whole aim is to make that person feel good.
That's true.
Otherwise, I'm imagining making somebody else feel good, and that person is not there. So that never happened. But anyway, I wrote her, and I said all these words. And honestly, you know what I expected? I expected her to come back at me and say, you're an a-hole. You ruined my life at that time. You hurt me. And so on, which is, kind of expected.
Yeah.
From breaking someone's heart. And I believe I did break her heart.
What did she say?
I've treated her really well, and I really loved her as well, so, and I really saw that, that future together. I was 20, I can't remember how I was, 24, 23.
Well, what did she reply?
You know what she replied with?
No.
She came back at me and she said, like, I was like, no way, why did you do that? I was like, I actually felt even more regretful for what I've done.
Yeah.
And the fact that I lost her. She came back to me and said, oh, I heard you got married recently. And I said, yeah. But I didn't tell her about the breakup or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't share that. She doesn't need to know that. So I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
The time we had together, this is just me summarizing, her message. She said, the time we had together, it was amazing. At that time, there was love, and and I think she said missed those times. I can't remember exactly what she said.
Yeah.
But basically, in summary, she wished me well, and she said that time was amazing.
That's cool.
Which made it like so mature and so kind. Like she just basically outlined all those qualities once again after all these years.
Yeah.
And she's become more stunning. Like I look at her photos and I'm like, oh my days, man. Oh,
Bro, the thing is, your stories are so deep, And the questions that I had set for today are like, I'm like, so when do I jump on asking him, would you ever date a porn star? While he's talking about like the most, like the coolest life lesson that he's ever had. And I'm like,
Let me start preaching, man.
So would you ever date a porn star?
Would I ever date a porn star? If she, I don't know. I think if I meet a porn star, she wouldn't tell me that she's a porn star.
No, but like, say for example, you meet someone and then you later on find out she was a very famous porn star.
Later on, I find out.
Later on, you find out that she was a very famous porn star. But like to the level that people know her. Like when you're walking on the road,
yeah,
people are like,
wow,
oh, that's the one. And they look at you like, hey, bro, did you watch the video with her with 4 dudes?
It would be hard. It would be definitely hard.
For sure.
100%, you know?
What would be hard?
I wouldn't judge the person for what they've done. Like, I'm the kind of guy who will never dig up retrospectively. I wouldn't start digging up your past and saying, how many guys did you sleep with?
Well, I mean, for her,
how many this and how many that? I met you. I like you. We'll see where it goes, where it takes us. I will never ever raise a question of your ex-boyfriend. I don't like those topics.
Well, what about
stay away
if
from
she
that.
was an ex-porn star though?
That's exactly right. So if later on, in our relationship, she's like, "Hey, look, I'm a porn star,"
and she's amazing. She's good looking, comes from a good family, has the best looks.
You wouldn't meet a porn star like that.
Would you?
Actually, I don't want to discriminate the porn stars right now because I'm sure they will be like
traumatized.
I'm sure there's going to be a porn star watching this and she's going to be thinking, I'm a good person and I come from a good family, and I'm sure there are girls.
Would you continue?
Would I continue the relationship?
I think the hardest part would be just people.
I think, yeah.
Like walking in the mall, everyone's like...
I think the social part of dating a porn star will be very difficult for yourself.
Yeah.
You have a lot of questions asked. Your family will ask you a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Your friends, potentially some of them will stop interacting with you.
No.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if you think about it this way, let's say I've got a friend, like a guy friend, right? And he's got a wife and they come from a good family and they have kids and this and that.
Well, how does a guy know though in the first place? That's a question you should be asking.
Well, imagine if the guy watches porn.
Oh.
And he's like, I know her.
There you go. He lost it already.
So what do you?
It's a lose-lose situation.
So think about this. His wife will be like, she's a porn star.
Yeah.
And we go out to a picnic,
and everyone's imagining her.
And my friend's wife will be, will try to talk to her or have a conversation with her. I think it'll be super awkward. And I'm not saying that the porn stars are bad people or,
I think if you want to date them, you gotta be in the industry yourself as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's like the best balance.
Yeah.
What about OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
The girls who have OnlyFans. I mean, there's not much going on.
It depends.
If they make good money.
It depends. No. It's not about the money, right? So I've got a friend, and he has a friend. I've never met them personally, but they're on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But they're not explicit. Like, they don't show everything.
Huh?
Yeah. So if you're on OnlyFans, it doesn't mean that you have to go fully naked or you have to create porn. People on OnlyFans post photos in bikinis or, other stuff that's not relative to, being completely nude.
No, but the one
and they still make money.
The one that you are with posts everything.
Like full on. Like full out.
Yeah. But that shit you can find on Instagram as well, like that. Like full on. Would you go for it?
Have you
It's a yes or no question, bro. Don't give me like if the life goes through and the all.
I'll say yes, no. I'll say no. You know why?
No.
I'll say no. You know why?
Why?
I'm not judging those women.
Of course.
Right? They made their decision, and it's purely their decision. However they want to treat, however they want to be treated, and however they, respect their bodies, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But, I think that we will just have different way of thinking, seeing life, and different morals and different culture.
But if she stops,
I think the biggest issue will be, the morals and the arguments that will come forward in terms of, what's acceptable and what's not. Obviously, with me, a lot of things will not be acceptable, and in her case, a lot of things will be acceptable. And I think that will create a big, barrier, a misunderstanding, which will cause a lot of argument and a lot of conflict. And from that, I would say no.
But if she stops though, like say after she messages, I'll put it aside. I just want to be with you because you're so good looking and handsome and just want to be with you. Sounds like I am trying to.
Are you trying to sound someone from OnlyFans? I wouldn't because it's against my morals, unfortunately. I could have technically done OnlyFans. I could have done porn. I could have done those things.
For real, bro. See, you got the body, right? And then you're working 9 to 5, fucking every day, going to work. You got everything, like all the tough shit going on. You open an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of the people's subscribers are gonna be male to you, for sure. Just because that's what ladies don't subscribe to OnlyFans, do they?
Yeah. Actually, OnlyFans there's a lot of guys on OnlyFans nowadays.
But is it girls subscribing to them?
I would say a lot of it will be gay guys.
Gays guys, right?
Yeah. And I reckon those guys will get more attention than the guys that subscribe to girls.
100%.
I reckon.
100%. And then you make like easily 100K a week. Would you do it?
Nah.
Bullshit. Nah. Seriously? Nah. Why not? Family, like for like just society.
My own values.
Your own values.
I'll tell you this. Everyone has a goal, kind of become rich and
famous.
Not famous. Some people don't want to be famous. I guess you want to have that freedom.
Yeah.
Financial freedom. They talk about financial freedom, and you want to have enough money so that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And enjoy those things that really gives you pleasure.
True.
So where I'm now is, although I'm not a millionaire yet, right? And I don't have all those material. I don't think about owning expensive cars at the moment or whatever. At the moment, what I'm concentrating on is building a character.
Yeah.
Right. And what it is that what makes me wake up every morning, right? And just keep going, keep grinding, just keep
get better in life, work.
Is small self-achievements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you have a bad day, right, you walk through the door, those cars, I reckon, my personal opinion, I mean, I haven't experienced it yet, but those cars and expensive things, at the end of the day, they're not gonna give you, they're not gonna save you.
Yeah.
What will save you is, when you look in the mirror and if you've that's what I tell people, right? The more you achieve, the more goals you achieve that you set yourself, the more confident and the happier you'll be.
True.
Because you'll start to remember all those things that you've achieved, and in the positive way, how many people you influenced in a good way. You know what I mean? So, for example, if you've said something to a person, or you've guided a person, or you directed something, man, that makes me stand up and wake up every morning as well. It gives me pleasure.
Yeah, that's true. Again, you go too deep, and then my questions, bro. Fuck. Anyone watching, the questions, the topic wasn't. I didn't know it's gonna be so deep about everything. To be honest,
I prepared you for this,
So
right?
the questions are said in a cool way. But you talked about like people recognizing other like porn stars and stuff. Do you think like couples who watch porn, does it affect their relationship in a negative or even a positive way?
It depends. I think, I've been in a relationship before where myself and the girl, we had such good trust in terms of, sexual intimacy.
Yeah.
We never watched porn together, but I reckon if one of us proposed that, we'd just be like, all right.
No, but like I'm talking about like the guys who watch it alone while they're still in a relationship. Do you think like they would expect things that are just an act that they don't realize, and they expect their girlfriends to do the same, or like girls who expect certain things, but like that's just because it's movie, right? So do you think it has a negative effect on relationship where people would want things that are
like the expectations, right? Change.
Yeah, the
like you
expectations
wanna
change.
do the same stuff that they do in porn.
Yeah, they're doing like, and I want to
and the
hear
other
the
person's
same
like,
scream.
whoa, back
yeah,
down.
Yeah.
And the other person's like, why? And then they
Why?
start to
Like,
find somebody.
You gotta show them the video, and they like see these people
Again, if for example you watch porn, and your girl approaches you and says, hey, I want to try this out, and you'd be like, all right, let's give it a go. So you're open-minded.
Is it cheating?
No.
Watching porn is not cheating.
Why would it be?
Aren't you like fantasizing about the girl that is in between?
I don't fantasize. I haven't watched porn for a long time. I can't remember the last time I watched porn, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
So back to the stepsister
I just feel
question.
gutted today because I'm like not there, So I was like, nah. Seriously though, I want to be there. I want to replace the dude.
Have you? But then the problem with that, like one of the issues, like when I feel like I want to replace the dude, I just feel like I don't have the facility for it. If I see like the guy is like way too big, I'm not even gonna watch it. I need to feel like we are the same size. Which
some guys don't have that issue, my friend.
That's cap.
You gotta cut this out.
No, this is actually. But then there are videos still that I watch, so which means it's all right. Yeah, no complaints.
I mean,
does size matter?
100%.
How do you know?
People say it's all about motion in the ocean. I call it bullshit, But obviously, you got to know what you're doing.
So, have you ever got good compliments? Like, damn.
I think everybody has if you've been in a long relationship, haven't you?
No, but I'm talking about like the first time they see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I had some awkward situations, and I had some amazing, amazing.
Awkward, like what? That's it?
Awkward where I was too drunk.
Oh,
Oh,
I know.
And I was like, it's a dud,
Yeah. Not today.
Not today.
But smoking weed. Have you smoked weed before?
I've tried it before.
You've tried it before?
Not really fond of it.
But do you think people are built to be loyal?
Yeah. 100%.
Ladies as well?
Yes. Yeah, I reckon there are girls who are loyal. And I reckon they're loyal not just consciously, in terms of like they commit to being loyal, but also subconsciously where they don't even think about not being loyal. When you fantasize about sleeping with somebody else or being with somebody else, like I'll be genuine, like I'll be completely honest. When I'm like completely committed in a relationship, I wouldn't think about someone else.
Me
I
too.
wouldn't.
For real though.
100%.
I'm like that as well. And I've only had relationships and a few hookups, but
and not everyone is like that. Not everyone's built like that.
Here and there.
And when you find a match, that's rare. That's like finding a unicorn. Unicorn finding unicorn.
Yeah. You know the type of breakups? Like and those types, like you have the worst breakups. Like it's like no matter what you do, you'll see them. You'll feel their emptiness. Like if they were in your car, like their laughter comes in your brain. Their image of everything, that all the memories and all the places you went with, no matter who you're with, they're always in their back of your mind that I love this girl and we had this beautiful thing together. And now that it's over, but it lives within you, even after years.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, like throughout...
I have never experienced that.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Of course you have. You're the kind of guy that would. 100%. You're the lovey-dovey stud little munchkin.
Bro, have you ever thought about if your body gets too big, then your thing would look... Because that doesn't size up, right? So your dick wouldn't match your body.
Far out, man. Never even thought about it that way.
Like, that's the reason I don't gym that much. Because I feel like, okay, if I get the body and I have the hair and I have the looks, and then she'll be expecting a lot, right? Like, okay, that guy with a good body, and then, boom, disappointment.
But your size doesn't change.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It all depends how it feels in her hand.
Soft.
If her hand is small, it's gonna feel like a massive ass, you know.
So you're saying that before you go out with a girl, size her hand?
If you have issues down there, then yeah, you would.
No, I'm just saying. What
But
if she has a
otherwise-
massive hand?
Fuck, you'd look at her hand, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, if
it's
her
bigger
hands are
than
bigger
yours.
than yours, then you got a problem.
Just don't.
Give me some of that. Give me a piece of that.
Oh my god. Well, let me see what else.
Come on, hit me with something.
Bro.
Hit me with something. Oh, I was gonna share something. Really, we left that topic, but going back to that whole wisdom of relationship.
No.
You don't want
No. Let me finish these last two questions,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
can go deep because we have like 10 minutes more.
Yeah,
If there
let's
was,
go longer. Who cares?
I don't have money for the studio. I need to pay.
All right, go hit me.
If there was something about yourself that you could have in a bigger size, what would you choose?
Brain.
That's it?
Yeah,
Just your brain.
yeah.
Like you would have a bigger brain?
I would just have
Bigger brain.
bigger capacity. For
Bigger
my brain.
capacity of
Yeah.
brain. But like in terms of,
capacity, yeah.
but then that's not size-wise though.
I would. What do you mean? Well, you mean physically size-wise?
Yeah. Like if you want like, say someone, like for me, I would love to be taller.
I would love to change my lungs.
What's up with your lungs?
I want to have bigger lungs.
Bigger lungs?
Yeah.
Why?
You want to go deep into this?
No.
So I'm I've started rowing again, and I've got a lot of power, and I'm getting my fitness back.
Yeah.
And I'm working. I'm doing a lot of exercises, trying to get my cardiovascular, like my VO2, my volume for my oxygen. Traveling through my body. The fact that I'm big, I actually need more oxygen. So that means I have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
In terms of my cardio, because I have to feed all that muscle.
Yeah.
So a lot of rowers, they're lighter, and they can go for longer. So I'm training my lungs. I'm increasing the volume of my lungs. I'm training muscles around my lungs at the moment.
Yeah.
But I reckon if I had more capacity in my lungs,
Yeah.
I would be that step ahead and better rower, more fitter, because I love rowing. And
That's cool.
I reckon, and that would like longevity for longer life expectancy.
Yeah.
So if I would ever to change physically size of something,
Your lungs.
my lungs.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
I know where you were heading though.
No, not at all. Bro, why the fuck everybody thinks like I'm trying to act just because I was asking about stepsisters and stuff? No. I was literally meaning like,
The
deep
older I
meaning
get,
stuff.
the older I get, the less I give a crap about having sex. I know it sounds bad,
for
but
real?
yeah. What makes me horny is a nice conversation.
Why? Is it because your testosterone level
Romance.
goes down?
Fuck.
No, but like, who knows?
I'm natural. baby.
Natural.
Yeah, 100%. But I think like what I get aroused about is, the typical.
affection,
Yeah.
the passion,
Yeah. Like
cute
the effort.
face.
Not the it's just like the
Soft
romance,
face.
the intriguing, the
Caring.
seductive behavior, the speaking.
Arr.
So if the girl just takes her shit off, sorry, if a girl takes her clothes off, and just be like, "Yo, do me right here." I mean, sometimes it's hot,
Yeah.
but if
Sometimes it's funny.
Imagine this. You come home, and she like just drapes us, like just puts the clothes down. He's like, "Fuck me, like you mean it," and you just start laughing. what do you reckon?
Has it ever happened
She
to you?
will never do that again. She will
You-
say, "You know what?
100%. Fuck off. Yeah. And then while she's saying
Next time you can wear the lingerie."
Exactly. And she gotta pull everything up as well while she's pissed off. And she had this.
That would be
imagination-
so awkward.
That would be the worst thing.
It would be the most.
Has it
awkward
ever
situation
happened to you, like where something, like for me, the funniest incident I had during sex was my ex girlfriend came over, like, and we were like kissing and like all that passionate shit, throw her against the wall and stuff. I pick her up. Now she's quite a heavy lady as well, and I'm skinny, so it was quite hard. And I just throw her on the bed, and I just see her facial expression just change suddenly. She's like, I'm like, what happened? She's like, my back. I said, why? It's like, that was my iron.
How old was she, bro?
She was.
Was she like a MILF or
She
something?
was 20. No. She was like 20. So she was like,
Son, I've got
my-
arthritis.
in my back, and I was like, what happened? And I see under the blanket, I get my iron. You know
Sure,
where you
she was
iron your
20.
clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
20 plus 10.
no, it was
20.
20. No,
Yeah.
20. So I've never been with a girl
20?
older than me.
Yeah?
No,
All right.
but I screwed up her back.
You screwed up her back. How
Yeah.
did you throw her? Did you throw her on like a plank or something?
No, it was like
On the back of the bed, like with the hard
no,
part?
it was just like, and one more time, I used to have.
Why did
this,
you do that?
worse. And I remember once I had plastic
Oh.
chairs, like they were made of.
So
plastic.
you threw her on a plastic chair?
No, this is the second time. Same girl.
Jesus.
Worse. Some of the best stories.
What's with you throwing
I,
women?
I didn't throw her
I
at all.
mean, that's good. If you throw her right, you know.
Which means you can pick it up.
Mm.
No, but then this one was like we were doing it really like hard as well. I
Mm.
don't think this is gonna be in the end of the podcast.
You know.
I don't
This
think
is
so.
just
Yeah.
this is just
for
an
us.
open chat.
Yeah, it's open chat.
This is just for us.
Yeah. And the
Alright.
chair, while we were doing it, just broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went like Titanic. How the end of Titanic, it hits the iceberg and then like grows and then they all die. And
Yeah.
And she survived because I was on the bottom. Have you ever had a funny incident like that?
Have I had a funny incident in sex? God, let me test my memory. I've done some crazy funky stuff. With one of my relationships, you know. One time we climbed up the tree and she gave me a head on the tree while there were like people walking downstairs.
What?
Yeah.
On the tree?
Yeah. On the branches. Yeah, seriously, true story.
And then they were like, wait, is it raining
No,
today?
No, because people walk and they don't look up, right? And that was that thrill, you know.
The birds. It's probably good luck. It's for good luck.
Anyway,
Bro, this is not gonna make it.
have I ever had an awkward situation?
Dude, that was an awkward situation. That's good enough. I accept
Yeah.
that.
That wasn't awkward. That was cool. That was thrilling. This was experimenting. That's what you call experimenting. Let's experiment. What do you want to do? Oh, let's do something funky up on the tree. You know?
But what if she was going to fall and then by mistake, instead of grabbing the branch, she would grab you?
That's called incompetency. That means you chose the wrong branch to sit on. Or you know, she's probably, you know, in the heavier division in
Yeah.
terms of the weight. So
Imagine.
when the tree cracks and it falls down.
Okay. I think this is it for our questions and our time as well.
No way.
My
Come on.
seriously, it's been like an hour, 11 minutes.
No way.
Yeah. You're hungry.
Words of wisdom, quickly.
My last question to you is, this is a serious one.
Yeah.
And I thought about it all the way when I was coming.
Mm.
Something that I really want to ask you. So my last question for you is, in 10 years time,
Mm.
your son is going to watch this.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
at the moment, he doesn't know what is happening.
Mm.
But if you had a message for him that 10 years after you would be like, hey, I was on this douchebags podcast and he asked me that question and I want to tell you in 10 years time.
What question?
What do you mean?
What question? What specifically? What question are you referring to?
So the question that I'm asking you is, what message do you have for him? That you would tell him, like you would show this video as a message for him in 10 years time. By that time, he'll be 11. So what would be the question for your son?
Question for him or a statement?
Question, statement, anything.
I would say that never question yourself twice, or even question yourself whether I have ever left you, or I've ever given up on you, or I have ever wanted to harm you. I always wanted to be your dad, and I want you to be 10 times better than me, and I will do my best to guide you and support you so that you make a right decision and that your life will be better than mine.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And again, you know, I'll be there to. I'll always be there to help you and to listen to you and never judge you, I guess.
Yeah.
But know that um yeah, I think I'll say that your parents love you.
You
And
made
you
me cry, bro.
and you've all and yeah, and
Shit.
I've never ever thought of leaving you, or you've never left my mind. And that's first thing I wake up with is you. And that's what makes me wake up every morning, and that's what makes me drive. Uh you know that shit.
Shit. Yeah. Been there. I know. Well, I gotta wipe my tears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all the best to you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I wish you the best. It was one of the best, the funniest one. I actually, for once, I was really myself, and I really enjoyed it. I hope I can have you again as a
Uh-huh.
co-host, as just to speak again, have a boys talk, maybe get on the two girls.
I'm keen.
And I wish you the best with everything. And this is the fourth time we met, but if there's anything that I would be able to ever help you or anything, I'm just a phone call away. So you can count on me. And any closing remarks?
Man, thanks so much for inviting me.
Cheers.
I've never done this before, and it felt good.
Yeah, felt nice.
I find it easy talking to you.
Yeah?
So,
Alright.
and I'm definitely up for more
Yeah, for sure, we'll do it. For sure.
podcasts. And you know,
For
any
sure.
questions, I'm more
Yes,
than keen.
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
I think it's important to just be completely open about this
Opening
stuff.
yourself, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how much makes the end.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Watching another episode of Stays Between Us, and I hope I get the next video coming soon as well. So thank you so much for coming on my YouTube channel, Instagram, wherever, and I hope I see you guys on the next one.